Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to dive into this past year after my hysterectomy, kind of how life has changed overall, the pros and the cons, and what I really got out of it. If you want to know more, kind of an in-depth video about the story behind my hysterectomy, I will link that video in the description and kind of in any of the corners. But to just do a short introduction, in October the 14th or 15th 2021, I had a complete hysterectomy, which means I removed my ovary, my uterus and my cervical. I did this because I had been diagnosed with HPV for years, and because of my lupus I didn't heal that virus out as normal people usually do, and also I got abnormal cells. So the HPV created abnormal cells. Abnormal cells is the pre-state of pre-state cancer. So if you get rid of them, you're in the clear. In 2012 and 2013, I did have 2 conizations where we got rid of a cone out of my cervical tap, removing the abnormal cells I had then. However, now when I was diagnosed with the abnormal cells this time around, there were no cervical tip to remove left, so we had to discuss other ways to do it. Now, in my case, I was diagnosed with early menopause about 10 years ago. When we started talking about having hysterectomy, first of all, my uterus, my ovaries didn't work as it was. I am medicated for early menopause. So in that case, I couldn't have a baby anyhow, and on top of that, both me and my partner have decided that we don't want to have children. This isn't a part of our life, mostly because I have a lot of health issues. I suffer from multiple autoimmune diseases, and in this case, not only do I not want to give my child the diseases, and autoimmune diseases are genetical, not the specific diseases themselves, but the autoimmunity. So I would probably give my children that. My partner also suffers from other autoimmune diseases, so any biological children of us would have very high chance of getting diseases, and I wouldn't want to wish this even on my worst enemies. That was the reason why we in the end chose to do the complete hysterectomy, because it could give me so much. There was also a theory from my doctors that the HPV virus that I've been having for at least the past 4 years, probably much longer, that it was the cause of my low-grade lupus flares. So I had lupus flares that didn't fully measure on the tests, but I was feeling really sick. I had a lot of fatigue, a lot of pain, a lot of brain fog. That was kind of what I was living with. We decided, hey, trying this might help, so let's do it. I went through the surgery. The surgery takes just a couple of hours. I had a laparoscopy surgery, so basically they went in small holes, in my case in my navel, and 2 holes on each side underneath my panty line, and they removed everything. I was sedated during this, so it's nothing I remember. I woke up like a couple of hours later after the surgery. The first, I would say 10 hours or so, I stayed overnight. I got to have help to go to the bathroom, mostly because you are sedated, so it takes 12 hours for the sedation to get out of your body, and while it's still there, they want to make sure that you don't fall when you go to the toilet and such. You have to go to the toilet a lot, and you have to do it with telling the nurse every time, so that they can then do a ultrasound on your bladder to make sure that you empty everything. And it's not until you have emptied your bladder perfectly that you then can go to your bathroom without telling the nurse that you need to go to the bathroom. When I woke up the next day, I was feeling very energized and like I was in pain, but I'm used to being in pain. So for me, it was like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good. And I felt a little bit better than I usually do. So that was amazing for me. And as I went home for about 2 weeks, I was in pain due to the surgery. But after 2 weeks, not only did I start a new job and went one day to the office and then worked from home, but I was feeling much more energized, had more energy. The brain fog was basically gone. And the fatigue was very, very low. So I gradually stepped up the hours. Before, I've been working 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. So part-time, not fully half-time, but almost. In November, I worked 6 hours, 5 days a week. In December, I worked 7 hours, 5 days a week. And since January, I've been working full-time, which for me is just amazing. I haven't been able to sustain full-time this long for about 10 years, 19 years, since 2013. That's 8 years. See, I can't even count today. My brain is a little bit foggy due to migraine, so bear with me. On the pro side of things, I've got a lot of energy. I have very low pain levels. My brain fog is gone, so I can really do my job as I'm supposed to do it. I have so much more life quality. I can do everything I should do at home. For the past few years, Christopher taken care of about 90% of the housework because I just haven't had the energy to do it. Now I need to do it. It's not as fun to do housework, but I'm doing it and I'm more excited that I can than anything else. There's a lot of pros. I also been able to step off my codeine-based painkillers, which I have been taking on a daily basis since 2013, on a daily basis like 5 years or something. And being able to step off them to only take 1 pill every 2 weeks due to migraines attacks, that is amazing. And that also means that I have so much lower pain levels, so I don't need them anymore. It's just awesome. It's completely awesome. There are some negative side effects, and we're gonna get to them. But most of it, really good. I'm really happy that I had the surgery. The biggest thing, and the thing that I really didn't expect, is that when it comes to negative side effects, is that I've gone into a depression. I am seeing that it's getting better every day or every month and so on. I am fully hoping to get rid of it in a somewhat good time frame, but I wasn't expecting depression coming out of it. Being that I didn't want to have children, I knew I haven't been able to have children in a decade. When coming out of the surgery and just feeling that deep depression, I was just, well, this was supposed to be, so why am I depressed? Well, basically, we have a biological drive to have children, and when you remove things that could give you the possibility of children, apparently something is triggered in your mind to make you depressed. And in my case, I think it just needs time. I just need time to process, accept, and all of those things. And I see that it is getting better day by day. I have a high functioning depression. The first 6 months, I was crying on a daily basis. Yeah. Now I cry on a weekly basis. So it's getting better. It's getting there. Was not expecting that. Second part that happened is that I have IBD, IBS, something like that. My doctor said that there is a possibility that I am getting IBD and that this is just a kind of startup towards IBD. Having lupus, other autoimmune diseases are very common to evolve during your time. The problem for me is very often proteins. Certain proteins will cause upset tummy. Some proteins I don't eat anymore and haven't eaten for a decade. Some proteins I'm just finding out that I cannot eat. I'm sorry for the voice. I have a slight cold. which makes when I talk too long my voice disappears. But anyhow, the issue I have is that in certain cases, when my tummy goes a little bit too fast, I get really bad pain when it goes through a specific area in my intestines. As long as I eat good things that keep my tummy a little bit softer, it's not as bad. But if it's not soft enough, it hurts like hell, and it was something that didn't hurt that bad before the surgery. Most likely just something that is laying on top of the intestines, like a scar or something in the skin inside that is pushing on the intestines. I'm not worried about it, and I have had a endoscopy after I had my surgery, and that was really fine. I'm not worried. It just hurts like hell certain periods of time. It lasts for up to a minute, then it disappears. But I wasn't expecting that to happen either, and yeah, it's something I have to live with. Another thing that I wasn't expecting was not being able to pace myself, because when you're sick, especially like for the past year before I had my surgery, I was working the 5 hours 5 days a week, and I was very stable on that. So I was very much pacing myself, taking it very slowly, doing my 5 hours, then just relaxing, maybe doing some stitching or whatever, just not pushing myself. But now I have so much more energy, and I don't know where my energy ends. So very many days I will pushing myself past the amount of energy I have, and then I will feel rotten the next day. And it's just finding that balance, and I'm still working on that. It's really hard when you're going from not having that much energy to having a lot more, but you're still limited, but you don't know the limit. I don't know. I was not expecting that. I'm not expecting that my anxiety would come back. I don't know how much of it is working from home and not seeing people and the whole world we're living in right now, or if it's based on getting the energy back so my body isn't fighting with itself, so all of those mental issues that I had before are coming back, because now I have more energy, so my body has the energy to deal with all the crap, and so it's back. High anxiety, panic attacks, all of that. So now I have to work on those. Yay! But at the same time, I'm still super happy for the operation. Anxiety can be worked with. I've used cognitive behavioral therapy before to treat anxiety. You will never get rid of it fully, but if you keep using the cognitive behavioral therapy, you will get better and better, and you will come to a point where you sort of mostly work, and the anxiety isn't that bad. I think that was most of it. I have gotten a lot of opportunities because I do have the energy and stamina to do so, and I have kind of pivoted most of my life, but all of those things are not mainly because of the surgery. Well, it makes it possible to do those things, but it isn't because of the surgery. So I will make another video about kind of all of the fun things that has been going on in my life that I haven't talked to you about for the past few weeks. And there my screens just went dark, so my light source went dark. So I'm gonna finish up this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. If you have any comments, just comment down below. Also, if you're here now and you watched all to the end, if you have any topics that you want me to approach, please do so. Add them in the comments and I will try to figure that out. I have some exciting things coming up in December, so I am planning, hopefully, to do a vlog every day through December. So basically a vlogmas plus extra days. I am super missing the daily vlogging. I'm not super missing the daily editing, but I'll solve that. I figure that out. But yeah, if you have any videos you want to see throughout that time, just put it in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, thumbs it up, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye!